All right, so I talked about the feet. They're loss of dorsiflexion, inactive feet, collapsed arches, all those things are big problems with groin pulls, hamstring pulls, ACL tears, all those things. So the more dorsiflexion you get an athlete, the more power they can produce, the better off they're going to be in the long run. And a lot of your athletes can be missing that foot. And that good foot movement, that dorsiflexion. So it's one of the places I always start when I'm dealing with anyone who comes to talk to me about any of their lifting. We always kind of look at the feet. And many people are so disengaged, they don't even know how to create a solid 3 points of contact with the foot. And sometimes it needs a lot of input and it needs some good mobilization. So the first thing I do is just give people input to the foot. Starting with, this is my boss there, Kelly. He makes these little Super Navitos, and the first thing we do is just get people to get in the habit of rolling across the foot and with the foot, but just to get some neurologic sensory input so your body knows that you're trying to improve something. The more sensation you can get in the foot, the better it's going to be able to be used. So I always just start just having someone have a ball at home, anything they can do, and if they find sore spots, to get into them a little bit, move the toes around, move the feet around. So that's number one. Just anytime you're not doing anything, sitting at your desk, just start doing something to your feet like this. And then check in your motor control of your foot. Can you sit here like this? And can you lift just your big toe and put your other toes in the floor? Can you push your big toe down and lift your other four? Just going back and forth. These are all things you can do inside your shoes, anything, okay? So just working on using them. And the other part, getting that foot up on the bench, getting a finger between each toe. So this is all just prep work. Your finger should easily fit between each toe. Oh, I have trouble down with that pinky toe. There we go. Oh, and then just start wringing the toes out back and forth, okay? Just creating some space in between them, loosen them up, getting the joints of the feet active that need to be moving so you can create an arch. So it doesn't take a lot of time. Every day, just spend 30 seconds on each foot. And get the ball, again, and get it under the heel like this, okay? So what I'm doing now, I'm get sideways. Oh, this is kind of hard. You might want to try a softer ball if you're not used to this. But getting something underneath and using your other hand to kind of wiggle your heel bone back and forth over top of the ball. That heel bone, when you're creating a good arch with the foot, it should be able to rock back and forth like this. If people's foot doesn't, if that heel doesn't rock, then they can't get into full dorsiflexion and they can't create a stable arch. So freeing up that calcaneus, which is that heel bone, can go a long way to help a lot of people's feet. So, another 30 seconds there, all right? Then, I had my friend, these are just towel drills, these are everywhere, you can always see how I can grab it. But you just get a towel spread out on the floor. Let me get sideways so you can see me. So I'm just gonna stand here on the towel, but watch how I can put all my toes down, and I can grab the towel, and this is hard to do, there we go. This is hard to do because I'm on the carpet, so you want to put the towel on some hardwood. But just can you grab the towel and pull and bunch it up, okay? And just creating that shortened arch and bunching the towel up underneath you. See, there's too much friction here. I've got carpet. If I was on hardwood, I could easily slide that towel and bunch it up. And then if you're really good, you can start short and spread the towel back out. That just takes a whole nother level of motor control, but it really makes a big difference in being able to get that foot moving. So those are all things around the foot. Then we need to start working on dorsiflexion of the ankle, so you can do anything. If you look at Kelly's website, there's probably 1,000 people that have all sorts of things about smashing out the calf. So I'll stay on the ground here, and I could take the same ball I was using and just roll back and forth across the calf. Anywhere I can find, I can contract, relax if it's really tight in there, make sure I'm working all the way up to the back of the knee. Don't put it right in the back of the knee, just up high. That calf also crosses the knee and the ankle, so you got to look at it both ends. Might be stiffer on one than the other. And the last things you're going to want to work on are, let's see, just a sec. Just any, I've just got these 2 plates here, but what we're going to do is take this foot and I want you to wind it up a little bit so it's not straight on. You're biasing like the heel turned out a little bit, and then stepping over top with that other foot and getting into that deep dorsiflex position with the hip extended a little bit. So we're going to keep that butt tight, quad tight, and we're just going to move in and now to that end range of dorsiflexion. Straight on doesn't work as well because when that foot's behind you in extension, you're going to bias towards the big toe a little bit with the heel turned out to create the most power. So that's kind of the position we want to mimic when we're stretching it out, if you're up against your stairs or anything else. And then this other foot comes across so you can really wind that up and get it going. Then the last things to do really just having your athletes train, barefoot sometimes, just so that they can work on, getting these deep squat shapes and make sure that they can keep that active arch and that they're not way up on their heels and their toes are coming up, that they're pushing down hard through the that joint of the big toe and the outside of the foot, and they're feeling like they're creating even pressure. You can give them a counterbalance. So you can spend time down here, pushing into each side. Heavy kettlebell swings also do a nice job of helping people create that deep arch in the foot. Just anything you can do. And then the other one I like to do is just have athletes get their feet pretty close. Come up on their toes, push themselves back. Can they get onto their heels? Just working through these ranges like this. And then, you can even, put this one back. You can even go through